Our first team of the year drop in NHL 25 has been released with our 6 forward winners, 3 from the NHL and the PWHL. In this video, I'm going to go through my rankings of each of these 6 team of the year winners. I'm also going to talk about the sets, which cards you should chase, and the different team contexts you might have, whether it's the X Factor Connor McDavid or Nikita Kucherov. What should you do? And I hope I can help with some of the decisions you're going to make with some of the most expensive cards in the game. So the first thing I want to do is set a baseline in terms of price and cost so that everyone knows what you're working with and what you will need. Now, the forward winners, because they are only in sets for 1 week, that makes things quite difficult. You've got 7 days to make these cards, essentially, since the time of the release. So you're not able to save 2 weeks worth of rewards to work towards one of the forwards. Now, to make one of the Team of the Year items, if you do not have any card that allows you to get a bit of a discount, it is going to take 15 total 87 overall player items. You will need 10 plus the base Team of the Year item at 90 overall. And to get the base 90 overall Team of the Year item for each of these cards, you need to trade in 5. So again, if you don't have a nominee card or any other sort of trade-in, it is going to cost you 15 total 87 overall player items. Now, at the time of this recording, you're looking at about 87 to 90,000 coins in value to actually make one of the master set player items. I have seen the prices go down to as low as 85,000, but we can't rely on that. I'm going to give you kind of a base range. Let's say 87,000 for each of the 87 overall players. You need 15, which means you are looking at a base value of 1.3 million coins in value if you get your 87 overalls at 87,000 coins. Now, I'll be honest with you, even at 1.3 million coins in value, given the progression and other things about these cards, it's probably worth it in the grand scheme of things. They all have 5 abilities, among the best in the game, and they're all 0 cost, which is an incredible advantage. They've got customizable synergies, and they're all statted among the fastest and best cards in the game. So for 1.3 million, the fact that they upgrade throughout the year for free, and the cost of all of the other cards throughout the year, it's kind of in line with what you would expect. So before we get into any of the team contexts and situations that you guys might be in, whether you're a holiday player or someone who's been grinding all year long, or you have Connor McDavid's X Factor, let's get into my rankings of all 6 of the forward cards based on no context at all, just in a vacuum, top to bottom, 1 through 6. All right, coming in at number 6 for me is Natalie Spooner, 5'10", 181, the right-handed winger. Again, I want to mention, among the best cards in the game. Does not mean this is a bad card. I'm just simply ranking them against each other. The reason why she is number 6 for me is really just because her abilities aren't all that incredible. Gold Unstoppable Force is helpful, given the fact that she's 5'10", 181. But I think hitting as a whole in this year is just not as effective as it's been in years past, so you can hold onto the puck with everyone. Shrug It Off is interesting. I'd actually like to see these two paired together. No Contest, Close Quarters, and Make It Snappy are both good offensive abilities. I just think that there are some other abilities out there that might provide more value. Now, when it comes to her synergies, she's got Playmaking Forward and Sniper Forward. Playmaking Forward will bring up her agility a little bit more, and you combine that with Agility Boost, it would get it up to 95. She's also got Power Shooting and Pinpoint Shooting Boost, but her shot is only 90 overall. I say only, again, compared to the other cards. And she's got 85 faceoffs, meaning that she's a pure right-handed winger. And again, I just think that there are better options. So for all of that, that is why Natalie Spooner is number 6 for me. Number 5 is Marie-Philippe Poulin, 5'6", 161. I think her abilities are actually among the worst of the Team of the Year selections so far. Ankle Breaker, Unstoppable Force, Tape to Tape, and Gold-Born Leader. Again, these aren't awful abilities. They're just not the most important in the game. The real benefit of MPP is her synergies. She does have Speed Boost or Acceleration Boost, and if you can get that activated, brings her speed up to 95. She's also got Agility Boost in the second slot, which would again bring her agility up to 95, and she's got 93 acceleration. Playmaking Forward would get that agility up even higher, and she's got 93 wrist shot power and accuracy. She also has the benefit that she's got 92 face-off, so you can play her at center or on the wing wherever you want, so a little bit more lineup flexibility, but for all of that, that is why she is number 5 for me. Coming in at number 4, maybe a bit of a hot take for a lot of the player base, is the 90 overall Nikita Kucherov, 5'11", 182. Again, great card. Among one of the best skaters in the game. 94 speed and excel, 97 agility. Hand stats are almost maxed. When it comes to his synergies, he can max out agility with Playmaking Forward. Checking and Playmaking Boost is kind of rough because there's not a lot of team builds that allow you to activate those. And then lastly, you've got power shooting and pinpoint shooting boost, which will max out one of his shot accuracies or power. Gold puck on a string is a very good ability if you are someone that knows how or plays with the style to activate it and use it well. Anyone that plays a lot of World of Chell, you're going to love this card because you are always going left and right stick handling with the puck. He's got silver 1T, tape to tape, make it snappy and elite edges, so some impactful abilities, but I think if you were to switch elite edges and puck on a string, that might bump this card up into the next tier. He's going to be an incredible card. The only knock is that he's a pure left-handed winger, so you can't play him at center and move him around your lineup, which I think is important. You have to remember that Team of the Year cards, given the cost and investment, they're going to be on your team your whole year. So it means that you've got a spot locked up, and Nikita Kucherov can only be a left-handed winger. Now coming in at number 3 is Taylor Heise. 5'10", 160, roughly the same build as Nikita Kucherov, a little bit lighter, obviously. But the reason why I think that she is going to be better for you than Nikita Kucherov, if you, again, ranking them in a vacuum, Gold Elite Edges is one of, if not the best ability in the game. It just allows each of these players to play far and away better than their attributes, given that server connection, ping, input latency, all of it. Elite Edges alleviates a lot of that because you get to keep your speed when you are moving left and right. She also has puck on a string, but it's silver, tape to tape, make it snappy, and then unstoppable force as well. When you look at her synergies, again, playmaking forward can get her agility up to 94, but she also has agility boost and deking boost. You can go with agility boost to get that almost maxed out. And the final synergy slot, you can go power shooting or pinpoint shooting boost to raise the accuracy of her shot. Her hand stats are essentially 95 and above, and she has 94 faceoffs, meaning that you can play her as a right-handed winger or as a very good center, which again is kind of the tiebreaker for me, is why I think that she might be a better option than Nikita Kucherov. On to number 2, we've got Nathan MacKinnon. This is going to be one of the best right-handed wingers in the game for the remainder of the game, just like he is every single year. 6', 200. He's got 94 speed, 95 SL and agility, meaning that he is one of the fastest skaters in the game. Mid-90s shooting, hand stats are in the mid-90s as well. He does have 89 face-offs, which again, isn't the worst, so you can play him at center. When you take a look at his synergies, he's got sniper forward, which could help out with his shot a little bit, or you can go for an agility stack to essentially get his agility up to 99 with agility boost and playmaking forward. The final slot is pinpoint shooting and power shooting boost to help out with that shot just a little bit more. He's also got Gold Elite Edges, which, like I mentioned earlier, one of the best zone abilities in the game, especially when you combine him with the fact of how fast he is. Puck on a string is great for players that stick handle quite a bit. 1T is nice, especially if it's free. Unstoppable force and wheels, again, one of the best combinations that you can have among abilities. When you combine his skating, all of it, just one of the best cards that you're going to see all year round. And then lastly, number 1 for me is the 90 Connor McDavid. 6'1", 194, 95 speed, excel, and agility. Makes him the fastest skater. That is not a fantasy card. He's got a great shot. His hand stats are almost maxed out, and he has 90 faceoffs. When it comes to his synergies, you can go with playmaking forward and agility boost, again, to max out his agility. Pinpoint shooting would allow you to get his wrist shot accuracy up to 97. I just love the fact that he's got gold wheels and is the fastest skater in the game, and silver elite edges. There is an argument that you could flip these. I just find that for the majority of the player base, going end-to-end faster than any card in the game, gold wheels is going to be slightly better in that sense. I also kind of like ankle breaker for players that, again, are able to do stride deeks, things like that. Because he's got all of these combination of abilities and the fastest skater in the game, it's just very hard to defend if you know how to deke well and then make it snappy and tape to tape to round him out. It's a very small difference between Connor McDavid and Nathan MacKinnon, and there's an argument that MacKinnon is better. I personally just have Connor McDavid slightly better, and he would be my number 1 among all forwards. All right, now it's time to talk team context. If you should go after these cards, or what you should do if you can't. So because there is no second event running with Team of the Year, that means that there is very limited ways to actually acquire the cards required to make Team of the Year. As it stands right now, you've got the Team of the Year objectives, which will net you 25 Team of the Year collectibles. And that is essentially all of the guaranteed things that you can really get that would allow you to build towards a Team of the Year item. There are a few Team of the Week player items that are 82 and eventually would give you an 84 overall Team of the Week player, but 84s have the same value as an 83. So while it still helps you get there, it's not going to give you a ton or come anywhere close to being able to actually make the full card. Now you can also grind out the wildcard path, which would get you another 24 total collectibles, which is a good chunk. And then you also have the 6 Team of the Year moments, which would give you another 6 Team of the Year collectibles that you can use to trade in. Now, the last way to earn these collectibles is every single day come into the store. I don't have mine available right now, but you can get your daily collectible pack. That's 5 more, totaling 35 if you were able to get one of these packs every single day at the reset, which in total would give you 90 Team of the Year collectibles. Now, with 90 Team of the Year collectibles, you can make 387 overall player items. It requires 5 just to get the base Team of the Year item. So no matter what, there's no way for you to earn one of those even base Team of the Year items for free for the first week of the event. There is an argument that can be made that you could save up everything from week 1 and then get everything from week 2, assuming it's the exact same, which would mean that you get 687 overall player items for free. But again, you need 15 in total to get the ultimate Team of the Year player item, and you wouldn't be able to get a forward. It would be the defensemen or goaltenders you'd be going after next week. So with that being said, if you are a holiday player and you don't have any resources that you can use to trade in to acquire any of these cards, and all you can do is earn the 87s that you get for free via collectibles, which would total 3, you would need 2 more 87 overalls to get a base item. I would recommend, in that case, to leave the event with the 90 overall Team of the Year Connor McDavid. Now, these cards will not upgrade throughout the year. This is what you're going to get. However, this is one of the best cards in the game. Playmaking forward and agility boost maxes out his agility, and then he has gold wheels and elite edges. They obviously count towards your AP limit, but still, this makes this card one of the best in the game no matter what. He's got 90 face-offs, so he has the highest face-off rating among him and MacKinnon. I just think that if you just started the game, you don't have any other cards to trade in, and you have no way to acquire a Team of the Year ultimate item with 1587s, I would definitely try and do everything you could to at least leave the event with Connor McDavid's base Team of the Year item. Now let's talk about X Factor Connor McDavid owners. Here is what I am doing myself and what I would recommend if you're in the same situation as me. Given the fact that Connor McDavid will have to wait for upgrades, he's still only a 90 overall now. The real issue is that Connor McDavid's X Factor charged card is exactly the same at 99 as his Team of the Year item when it comes to abilities, meaning that he earns the exact same abilities as his Team of the Year item. There is no difference. Now, as it stands right now, because he gets acceleration boost, there's an argument that his charge card is slightly better, just given the attributes, but given the fact that his Team of the Year item has all of his abilities that he's going to earn for the rest of the game immediately, there's really no way to argue it. Its Team of the Year item is infinitely better right now. So, what I would recommend, unfortunately, one of the least planned out things they could have released to the player base at the beginning of the year, and it's unfortunate to all of the players that have grinded for months to get this card. There's a lot of players that I know personally that are no money spent, and it literally just were able to get Connor McDavid at the beginning of January, so it's not like they enjoyed him all year. I would do the upgrade, get him to 90 overall, and then put him in the set and get the ultimate Team of the Year item. In terms of value, this is a brutal way to go. I think if we're just doing value alone, the best thing would probably not trade in Connor McDavid's X Factor card, take the 87s that you would spend on this, and then go get one more and essentially make Nathan MacKinnon's Team of the Year base item. That's probably the best play, but there's really nothing you can do. They legitimately made the card exactly the same. It is one of the worst things I've seen them do to the hardcore player base, and I know a lot of people weren't able to get Connor McDavid's card, and I know one of the arguments is, well, you got to use his X Factor card for the last 3 months of the game. That's simply not the case. Almost all of the Connor McDavid owners took months to actually grind and get the card, when in reality, we could have just waited for Team of the Year. Obviously, it was expected Connor McDavid would get the Team of the Year card. I did not expect him to have the exact same card. I think it's just a brutal miss of planning. It's something that has been consistent, and there was just so many ways to avoid this situation. So now, if you own Connor McDavid's Frozen Forces player item, if you trade that 89 overall MSP in, along with 12 other 87 overall items, if you can afford it, I would 100% do this. This card is great, but it is capped at 89. His Team of the Year item is incredible top to bottom. I would do everything I could to get this card all the way done and take advantage of the slight discount, essentially 387 overall players, and get that done completely. Also, I want to touch on Natalie Spooner, X Factor owners, same situation as McDavid. I think I would probably try and, do my 387 overalls for free that I would get to lower the cost, and then try and get her Team of the Year item if you had her X Factor player item. Now, if you are an X Factor McDavid owner and you're going to be able to make another Team of the Year player item, I would try and make Nathan MacKinnon. I think that at the end of the day, if you are playing the game all year round, and maybe you didn't specifically save for Team of the Year, but you've got a pretty good collection because you've been playing all year, the goal should be to leave the event with Connor McDavid, in some instance, whether it's his X Factor or not, and Nathan MacKinnon. Nathan MacKinnon's card is just so good, and again, because of the right-handed wingers kind of always being hard to find, this would just be a perfect card to add to your team. It's something I would definitely try and do. So if you are a Connor McDavid X Factor owner and you have the chance to make 15 87 overall player items, I would make Nathan MacKinnon first, and then try everything you can before the event ends to get Connor McDavid's Team of the Year item, but I think I would prioritize Nathan MacKinnon first because those two in combination are just going to be absolutely insane. Nikita Kucherov Frozen Force owners, same situation as McDavid. If you have Nikita Kucherov's Frozen Forces card, I would try and upgrade to his Team of the Year item. Now, that being said, if you have both Nikita Kucherov and Connor McDavid's Frozen Force Master Set item, Connor McDavid comes first, but let's say you have his X Factor and then you made Nikita Kucherov from the Frozen Forces event, I would again try and take advantage of the savings and grab his Team of the Year item. I think the big question comes with people that have not completed Connor McDavid's X Factor Supercharged path yet, meaning that you still have a untradeable Nikita Kucherov available to you. If I had a Nikita Kucherov's captain card, I think I would bail out of making Connor McDavid right now. That X Factor set will be there all year, and throw in Nikita Kucherov into this set and try and get his Team of the Year item, and then rebuild Kucherov by collecting 8 of the base X Factor items again. Also, lastly, if you're able to make a Team of the Year item, for the love of God, just pick your favorite one. Obviously, this video is more leading towards the players that are looking to make the best selection competitively or for in-game use, but always just use your favorite player. If you're a Lightning fan, make Nikita Kucherov, please. I do have to say, the base Team of the Year item was a great addition to the game. I think that is one of the better ways to include the community because the Team of the Year event is for the hardcore players or the ones that just spend a ton of money. However, this year, given the cost and the lack of help to make a Team of the Year item, it's just a little disappointing. There is a lot of negative that comes with the small positives that we've gotten from this event, highlighted by the X Factor Connor McDavid and the fact that it is the exact same card. But hey, it is what it is. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I try to touch on everyone's situation, but throughout the week in Who Should You Choose, I'll be sure to answer as many questions as I can if there's an individual context I didn't touch on. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.